game between the Western Nebraska Pioneers and the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars. This is a team made up of boys from Gering, kids from Scottsbluff, Sydney, and Alliance, as they are ready to take on the Western Nebraska Pioneers, some of the best kids in the country, I guess, or in the state of Nebraska on the western part of the country, I guess you could say. And so the Pioneers will get set to take them on, but also they were off last night as they needed a much-needed off day before they have 12 games in 11 days, although tomorrow will be an off day and Sunday will be the start of those 12 games in 11 days, as it'll be a doubleheader against the Cage Rat Collegiates. And one of the Cage Rat Collegiates is actually here with us today. That's Dylan Novotny, who has made his way over to Gering, Nebraska. He'll play with us, and of course he'll travel back tomorrow, and then he'll be in Colorado Springs just in case they need him to play against us, but we'll have him after that as well for the rest of the week. So the next stretch of league games begins on Tuesday here at Oregon Trail Park against the Dodge City A's. We would love as many people here as possible, given the quite amount of bickering that has gone on between those two teams back in Dodge City when they played a little over a month ago, or about a month ago, in fact, as those will be must-win games for the Pios and almost a rivalry game in a sense after what happened back in June. We'll come back on the High Plains Spas and Recreations pregame show here on KNEB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page as we get set for this exhibition game here today.
Fans, check out the great offers from our friends at Scotty's Restaurant and Taco Day World on the back of your tickets tonight. Take your tickets to either of those restaurants and enjoy a discount from our great local partners.
Back here on the High Plains Spas and Recreations pregame show as we get set for this exhibition game between the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars. Cameron Meyer, who actually knows a couple of the kids, in fact, on this Gering part of the team. So he is going to coach this Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars team, as Coach Shane Sharkey will do his duties, although he'll probably just remain in the dugout, leave things up to Kieran Gaffney and Bryce Peterson. Bo Gable is batting first and playing shortstop, with Tanner Gartner in center field batting second. Jackson Howard, Aiden Vargas are 3 and 4 in the order at the designated hitter's position and at third base. With Keelan Dunn playing first base, Cody Gallus is in left field, Caden Ferguson's in right field. Mason Goodrow is behind the plate. Isaiah Murillo is at second base, with Carter Racing on the mound. Legion All-Stars, and they'll have to deal with Andrew Landis, Cooper Burgess, Aiden Young, Ronan Hella, Michael Simeon, Brooks Farrell, Jin Kobayakawa, Cole Weiland, and Carson Bevel here tonight at Oregon Trail Park. So the Pioneers send out a different lineup, give some of their quote-unquote starters at this point in the season the days off, and they'll allow other guys to get playing time as well, as it'll be important for these guys because you don't know how many of these guys the Pioneers are going to need in the most random of situations come next week when they have to take on the Dodge City A's or anything of that sort, as they'll also be taking on the Fort Collins Foxes and the Colorado Rough Riders at the end of the season. Landis is at second base. Burgess is at third. Aiden Young is at first base with Hella at shortstop. So the infield bats first through fourth in the order, with Michael Simeon playing left field today. Brooks Farrell in right field. Jin Kobayakawa is behind the plate, with Cole Weiland in center and Carson Bevel as the designated hitter. And on the mound is a typical first baseman in Jackson Yeager. Yeager gets the start. He's very excited about it, although he said he's trying not to get shelled today, as this Western Nebraska team will be using metal bats. So with the wind blowing out to left today, it'll be a little bit of a different story if he cannot find the strike zone or miss Western Nebraska Legion All-Star bats. As we get set for the national anthem by Josh Boston, we thank you for listening to the High Plains Spas and Recreations pregame show here on KNEB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Josh Boston with your national anthem. Pioneers baseball starts now.
Scott Los Angeles Bureau for providing funding for our 2024 umpires, as well as the Western Nebraska Umpires Association for scheduling our great village of little umpires. We ask you to please be kind to our umpires as well as treat them. Today's Half Price Hero, brought to you by High Plains Budweiser and Pepsi of Western Nebraska, is Aiden Young of your Western Nebraska Pioneers. Each time Aiden gets on base, all drinks are half price for the next 10 minutes.
back here at Oregon Trail Park as we get set for first pitch. It's Jackson Yeager on the mound, who just got done with his warm-up pitches, and Jen Kobiakawa makes the throw down to second as we're just about set. And as the kids say, play ball here, and Bo Gable gets ready to step into the box. He's from Gering, and he will be the first batter of the day. First pitch, as here we go. We're off with the first pitch. And outside, 2-0. This pitch is lined into center field. It'll get down for a hit, and it goes off the glove of Cole Weiland. And Gable is going to decide otherwise, as he'll hold up at first with the leadoff single. It might sound a little bit different at home, as the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars will be using metal bats today. We will play with the 10-run rule, but if this game does indeed need 9 innings, it'll go 9 innings. This pitch is lined into center field as Tanner Gartner's on with a single, and it's back-to-back singles off of Jackson Yeager here to start things off for this Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars team. So 2 on, and another man from Gering, Jackson Howard, who's the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Howard swings it from the left side. Yeager deals a first pitch just off the plate. Cody Hoffrock is behind the plate. And Phil Gomes is the base umpire. That one's called the strike on the outside corner. Gable off a second, Gartner off of first. Swing and a miss at that pitch by Howard. Oh, 2, or 1-2 rather, is reached out, poked towards short. Hopping over that ball is Gable. Second for one, on to first, not in time. So Howard reaches first on a fielder's choice. Going 6-4 as Hella feeds Alandis out there at second base, and out is Gartner. Going to third is Gable, as he showed his athleticism, leaping over that ground ball. One's in the dirt. On the first pitch from Yeager to Aiden Vargas. That one's cut on and missed by Vargas. That one is in there at the top of the zone for a strike. Cut on and miss. Down on strikes is Vargas. And he is the second out here in the first for Jackson Yeager. And coming to the plate is Keelan Dunn. Pitch is inside. It's 1-0. We're just underway here at Oregon Trail Park. This pitch, he checks his swing and it's called a strike by Hoffrock behind the plate. Pitch from Yeager, breaking ball in there for a strike. Count is 1-2. Yeager throws to Landis. Runners coming to the plate. The throw home is in time. Oh, the ball came out. The ball came out of the glove of Kobayakawa as they set up a set play there. So it'll be credit with the stolen base for Jackson Howard and a stolen base of home for Bo Gable. 1-0 here. As stepping off the back of the mound was Yeager, and well, you could see that one coming, but Yeager's not typically a pitcher. Threw the ball to Landis. It was a good throw home, but the ball must have come out of Kobayakawa's glove as he made the tag. So it'll be a 1-2 once again. Reaching out and poking that ball to shallow left field. Coming on is Michael Simeon. He makes the play using Francisco Alaya's glove out there in left field, and that ends the top of the first. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Legion All-Stars have a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the first.
All right, thank you, Kaylee. And thanks to the Nebraska Lottery. Fans of the Scotts Club Visitor Bureau Party Deck, we'd like to welcome Red Beard Garage and Television Alliance. We thank them for their support of the Pioneers. And on the final recruiting party deck, we'd also like to welcome Rock Church. Thank you for your support. And down by the back ticket booth, you'll find Rosita's Margaritas trying to get across the water.
Get set for the bottom of the first here at Oregon Trail Park. As the Pioneers are down 1-0 to the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars. At third base is Aiden Vargas. At shortstop is Bo Gable. Second baseman is Isaiah Murillo. And at first base is Keelan Dunn. Behind the plate is Goodrow, who catches the first pitch from Reisig as he deals to Andrew Landis, down and away, ball 1. Out in the outfield, left to right, is Gallus, Gartner, and Ferguson. 2-0 as that one's down and away. Two-0 pitch to the Rockford, Michigan native is low. It's 3-0 to start the ball game in the bottom half of the first. It's low, and it's ball 4 from Reitzig. Up to the plate now is Cooper Burgess. Burgess from Spring Branch, Texas. It's his first at-bat of the day. Swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. As he gets on as the half-price hero is on here to start the ball game as it's first and second in the bottom of the first for the Pioneers as they look to respond to the one given up by Jackson Yeager in the top half of the first.
Next batter, first baseman from Amarillo College, number 40, Ethan Young.
That one's in the dirt. As it's a good stop by Gaudreau behind the plate. Aiden Young is the batter, fouls this one off out of play. One is up high, 2-1. Aiden Young fouls this one off into the armory. It's 2-2. Landis goes for third. The pitch is high, and it goes, a good snag over there at third base by Aiden Vargas to keep that one from going into the outfield. Would have been an error and surely would have tied the ball game. But instead, it's just the stolen base for Andrew Landis as he's in there with a head first dive. Burgess still hangs on at first. Burgess goes as a grounder towards short. Gable has one play, that's at first base, as it's an RBI ground out for Aiden Young. And the Pioneers tie up the ball game quickly here in the bottom half of the first. Landis crosses the plate, and Burgess, who was going on the play, reaches second safely. Fishing at bat for Aiden Young. And his fellow Albuquerque, New Mexico native and good friend, Ronan Hella, will come to the plate. First pitch, that one's well up and in. Look out there if you are Ronan Hella. This pitch is bounced over towards third. Vargas fields and throws to first in time. And staying put at second base is Cooper Burgess, as Hella is the first out on the second out rather.
Next up, from Panola Junior College, number 31, Michael Simeon.
Michael Simeon from Scott, Louisiana, and Panola College comes to the plate and lines one towards the right side. Fielding it is the second baseman, Murillo. He has to get it to his pitcher, Reisig, who covers in time as it goes 4-1, oddly enough, on the putout. And Reisig recovers after a rough start to the inning. 1 run on 1 hit for the Pioneers. No errors, and they leave a runner on base. At the end of 1, we're tied at 1.
It's time for the Plus Physical Therapy Wheelbarrow competition. Let's send it down to Brandy.
Okay, we have our All-Stars versus Piles Wheelbarrow competition. Terrell and Boyd on the left, and Luke and Coy on the right. All three boys, 1, 2, 3. Get on to the ball, to the ball. And Coy is coming in the lead. And now our winners in the beer piles, Luke and Coy. Back to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Brandy. And thanks for our Plus Physical Therapy. The continued sponsorship of the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Fans, we ask that you please respect our reserved seat area season ticket holders and please sit in the area for which you purchase tickets. If you purchased a ticket from our general admission section, we thank you and ask that you please sit in those areas. The Pioneers provide a trusting and welcoming atmosphere and hope that you will respect all fans who purchase tickets. Thank you and enjoy the game. Fans, we have 5 minutes left in our current half price promo. 5 minutes.
We start the top of the second as the Pioneers send Yeager out to the mound. It is 93 degrees, and that's the current temperature. We did not get you your first pitch temperature here at Oregon Trail Park. Yeager deals outside on the first pitch to Cody Gallus. And the second pitch of the AB is a late swing by Cody, and he fouls it off first base side. He is in left field. And the 1-1 is cut on and missed. A late swing by Gallus there, as it is 1-2. The 1-2's lined over towards second base. Landis makes the play as he goes down to the ground over there. Does Andrew Landis, as he's able to make the play. And that is a good play for out number 1. As he also avoids getting hit in the face by the pitch. By the batted ball, I should say. Of course, 2 Pioneers have been hit by batted balls this year already. Foul tip at the plate, goes off of the foot of Kobe Akawa, rolls into fair territory. To fill the park tonight, the park is still filling up here at Oregon Trail Park. As Yeager deals an 0-1. Breaking ball, oh, Cody Hoffrock called that a strike to Caden Ferguson. Caden spells his name with a K. And just gets a piece of this pitch and stays alive. The 1-2 once again, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Ferguson's down on strikes for the second out here in the second inning. And that'll bring Mason Gaudreau, another Gehring kid who comes to the plate in his hometown of Gehring, Nebraska. So I'm sure he has family at the ballpark. Yeager gets set to deal his first pitch. It is bounced to third. Burgess fields it on 2 hops. He's got a strong arm, throws over to first. Young comes off the bag. And the ball comes out of his glove as well. So Gaudreau, I believe they want somebody to run, of course, since he's the catcher. And we will have a base runner. As there is a runner over there at first base, but we did not get the number of who that is. First pitch is a strike. That is Mendez. Mendez is running at first base. One and one, and the pitch is bounced over towards the left side. Hella comes around it. It goes off the heel of his glove, and that'll be another base runner that'll reach. That one went off the heel of Hella, of his glove. Sometimes this dirt here takes some crazy hops. We've seen that over the course of the season, like the ball that was hit towards Bryce Peterson the other day. That was just insane. It hit the lip of the grass and just bounced right over the head of Peterson. Top of the order, Bo Gable. Pitch is outside, 2-0 to Gable. This one's lined towards the right side, takes a hop off the lip of the grass. Farrell charges it. Runner coming to the plate. He hits his cutoff, and Young's throw to the plate is late. And Bo Gable is on with an RBI single and gives the Legion All-Stars the lead right back, thanks to 2 errors by the Pioneers defensively. Going to third was Murillo. That's Isaiah Murillo. As he stands there with 2 outs, and Tanner Gartner coming to the plate. Gable goes on the first pitch. Kobe Akawa's throw down is not in time. The throw back towards the plate is going to be in time, and out at the plate is Murillo. So they tried what they tried in the first inning, but you're not going to get Jin twice, as Hella makes the throw to the plate this time and cuts down Murillo at the plate to end things here in the top of the second. The Legion All-Stars get another run, though, and it is now 2-1 Legion All-Stars as we head to the bottom of the second. Start the bottom of the second. Brooks Farrell will lead things off for the Pios here at Oregon Trail Park. We've had a run in each of the first 3 half innings as it's 2-1 Legion All-Stars over the Pioneers. New arm on the mound is Bo Gable, as Gable will pitch here in the second. Farrell fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Farrell shoots one to right. Coming on is the right fielder. It's going to fall in front of him, as that is Caden Ferguson out there. There will be a lot of changes, so apologies if I cannot keep up with them all here in this one. But I do see 17 jogging back to his position, so I can tell you that that's Caden Ferguson. Kobiakawa fouls one off out of play as Farrell's on with a leadoff single. That one misses there. One as the runner goes. Farrell is in there as that one was in the dirt from Bo Gable. And that will make it a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of the second. Also in the dirt, Farrell trying to get a read on it, but going nowhere is Brooks Farrell as Kobiakawa has a 3-1 count. Popping this one up over by the first base side, by the party deck on the first base side, and out of play. That one's in the dirt. It's ball four. Farrell's going for third, and the throw is not going to be made. So he reaches second on a stolen base as Kobiakawa walks, and then he moves up to third on the wild pitch as he'll have a runner at first base, and that's Jake Maroney. Maroney with a big lead out by the cut of the grass over there. And he's going to get caught up in a rundown on purpose as Murillo is going to tag him out, but here comes Farrell to the plate. So Maroney does a good job getting caught up on purpose, I guess, there, as Weiland will come to the plate with nobody on it, but the Pios get a run right back. It's technically a stolen base for Brooks Farrell, who gets 2 stolen bases there as he technically steals home. And out at first is Maroney running for Kobiakawa 1, 3, and 4. It's 1-1 on Cole Weiland. One goes to the backstop as it was in the dirt. It's 2-1. Bounce towards the left side. It goes off of the glove of the shortstop, as that's Carter Reisig. Carson Bevel will come to the plate. Going on the first pitch is Weiland. Throw down from Goodrow is not in time as Weiland's in there with a feet first slide. In the dirt, this one goes to the backstop. Going to third is Weiland here. And there's a runner on third with 1 out. up high from Gable. Pitch is up and in. It's ball 4 on a 4-pitch walk. Runner goes, swing and a miss from Landis. Gaudreau fakes a throw. As Bevel gets the stolen base. Swing and a miss from Landis. He's behind 0-2. 4-pitch walk for Landis. He scored the run in the bottom of the first as the Pios tied it at 1. And he fouls this one off out of play, first base side. This one's poked out towards second base. Murillo makes the play out there at second base. As he gets up on that one. And Cooper Burgess will come to the plate. That one misses on the first pitch to Berg. Up and away. It's 2-0 to Cooper Burgess with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. We're tied at 2. 2 runners in scoring position for Burgess, who swings and hooks one foul way out in front of that Bo Gable pitch. Up high, it's 3-1 to Cooper Burgess. (3-1) is way out in front as he hooks that one foul once again. (3-2) outside, ball 4. Could see that one out of the hand, could Berg. And he's on to load the bases for Aiden Young. Kids are making their own pitching mound visits. As taking a trip out to the mound to talk to his teammate Bo Gable is Baron Williams. The yellow jerseys are part of Gearing PVC. There's just one kid from Sydney, which is the red. The gray jerseys are for Cody Gales and Caden Ferguson, and the other style of gray jerseys are the Wesco Zephyrs. First pitch to Aiden Young with the base loaded is skied out to center field. Tanner Gartner going back. He's about 20 feet or so from the track as he makes the play. And that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Pios. There was no errors in the inning with 3 runners left on base as they left the bases loaded. At the end of 2, we're tied at 2. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on KNEB Radio.
Katie, take it away.
Okay, I have Dylan. Here. I'm doing the frozen teacher t-shirt. Do it as far as fast as you can. You guys ready? On your mark, get set, go. Realize you're on our keys. We're going. And we have a winner. Congratulations, you are the winner. Y'all keep the shirt. Back up to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Kaylee, and thanks to our friends.
As lining a pitch to center field is Tanner Gartner, the center fielder for Gehring. As we have, the back pick. Oh, no. The ball got past Aiden Young as Gartner's going to head to second base here. As you probably heard somebody say, oh, he's out. That's Jake Maroney who's up here in the booth. How are you doing, Jake?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You got yourself in a little bit of a pickle, and you just told me about it right before as we were coming back. So why don't you tell everybody else about what went on in there? Because you had a huge lead over there at first base.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to pinch run for Jen if he got walked. So it was first and third, and I look at Coach Sharkey, and I'm like, what pitch should I run on? And he said, first pitch. And as I'm walking out, he tells me, get in a pickle. And so I'm like, all right. I get out there, and I'm like 27 steps off the bag. He looks at me twice, picks off, run scores. I end up being out. I walk back in, and he goes, did you just get picked off? And I was like, no, you told me to get into a pickle. And he goes, I was kidding. He told me he was kidding. And I was like, you didn't tell me that before.
It's a good thing it's an exhibition game.
Before I stole, yeah. I was like, really?
Wow. So Sharky really, I guess he played you on that one. I guess you could say. But how has this season been for you, Jake? Obviously, you get kind of a day off today, so it's kind of another day to relax after having an off day. Right. I was looking at the schedule. We've only had 9 off days all year.
Yeah.
So, we've been playing a lot of games. How has that been for you?
I mean, you just got to take it day by day.
Fly ball to left center. Oh, Simeon's out there. See if the pitcher's got enough throw.
Get him, Sim.
The throw. Oh, my
Lord.
The throw is well offline as it's a sac
I like
fly
the intent, though. I like
and
the
an
intent.
RBI for Aiden Vargas. Michael Simeon, I guess he'll be sticking to pitching pretty soon after today, as that throw was well offline to the plate, making it 3-2. But how has your summer been so far, Jake?
I mean, I've had a blast out here. You know, you come down to Nebraska or wherever you're playing in the summer, and I mean, luckily for me, I knew one of my good buddies from high school, but the majority, I don't know anybody out here.
That's Luke.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah, yeah, it's Luke. And so it's really cool, you know, being able to come out here and meet all different types of people. It's so fun.
Grounder to second, and wow, Jake, the inning's already over.
Do I
you
go
want to stay
back
for the bottom of the third?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So Ronanella makes the play. Jake's going to stay for the bottom half, which is a very, very quick inning, and we'll be back on KNB Radio. back here to start the bottom of the third, and Jake Maroney is staying after what was such a quick inning in the top half of the third. We looked up and the inning was already over. New pitcher is Jackson Howard. You said you wanted to give a couple shout-outs. You hope your mom was watching back in Frisco.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out, Mom. You're the best. You do so much for me and my brothers and the family as a whole, and I really appreciate everything you do for us.
Absolutely. And, Mom is like, you almost have like another mom. I think like when she was here was Luke Nowak's mom, because you guys have grown up for so long.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. So like, also I'm gonna shout out Miss Heidi. You're the best. Always coming down here, having a good time.
Yeah.
Always giving us that breakfast.
Absolutely. And what's it been like having a host family? Because it's probably something new for you.
Yeah.
Being now a redshirt junior, right? So, or just
Right.
a junior, but is it college ball? Did you have a host family when you played last time, or what was that like for you?
So I just lived in the dorms. This is my first time ever having like a host family. So I lived in the dorms my first year, and last year me and my roommates Neil and TJ, we have like a little like apartment style thing.
Gotcha.
On campus. But having a host family, it's been a great experience. Like Mr. Leroy and Tobiah and Gigi, I can't express how much I appreciate.
And Gigi's always got her Pios jersey on, so I can always see her when she's here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is awesome. Ronan Hella's at the plate in the bottom of the fourth. How have you think that you've progressed this season? Obviously, you were the bullpen catcher for San Jose State.
Mm-hmm.
When you got back, you've had your offensive struggles as Hella works a walk, but let's be honest, Jake, your play behind the plate has been pretty spectacular this season, cutting down runners at a pretty high rate. How do you think you've progressed as a player?
I mean, definitely have my struggles offensively, but when the bat's not there, I try and take pride in being the best I can defensively.
Absolutely.
To pick up that slack. Because I know that it's like I struggled a little bit, but the bat.
Oh,
did it
hell,
go
we got back. No, we got back in time.
Okay.
I thought we had a situation like yours where we got a runner picked off.
Yeah, so I know the bat will be there. Even at times when it doesn't feel that way, but just trying to keep my composure.
Hella goes
mentally.
on the first pitch. Gaudreau, why did he pump fake? He pump faked and then he overthrew him in center field. Hella gets the stolen base. Now, we've seen you cut down runners, Jake, and do you work on that a lot? Obviously, throwing down to second, you get the opportunity in between every inning, but how much do you work on that? Because it's not easy to catch runners because you need a good pop time, but you also need an accurate throw.
Right. So at school, we definitely will do it a little bit. Working on different situations, like different angles at which you're gonna throw to second with. But sometimes my arm is killing me, so I'm gonna have to take a few off in between.
But sometimes
innings,
those one hops they get there too, right?
Right,
and especially
using
on
the
turf.
grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also a huge component. Like especially on days where you're kind of hanging a little bit. Being able to keep that throw low.
Yeah.
Take it off the grass, take it off the turf.
It's better to take off the pitcher's head than sky the throw.
Right, because you're not going to give yourself a chance if you leave that throw head high.
Absolutely. So. Well, let's get to know you a little bit off the field. A lot of times I hear you talking about I think a couple weeks ago you said your record on ranked was 21-4 and MLB the show.
Yeah.
Are you a big video games guy? Is that how you kind of relax off the field?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Me and Luke, we live with the same host family. We play against each other all the time in Diamond Dynasty. It's just such a blast. But yeah, especially, it can be really taxing almost playing every day. But I tell you what, every time I'm going home, I'm hopping on Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing the game a little bit. But
it's important to relax your mind and get something off of this, especially when you're playing so many games in so many days. And obviously we've had more home games than road games, but traveling is still important. As Michael Simeon has a 3-2 count as he's at the plate with Ronan Hella on second base after Hella worked a walk and then he stole second base. Now, you also had a little bit of, because you guys are such good friends, you had a little competition. So should we update you on the competition? I don't know if you remember even talking about this at the beginning of the year.
Are we talking about the
stolen bases?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you tell the people about what it is just in case they don't know?
Okay, so Luke swears he's faster than me. He's not. He might be. But I always tell him I'm gonna get more bags than you this year. I'm gonna steal more bags. Yeah, it's not. It's not really going in my favor this
Hey
summer.
man, it's only 7-2.
I mean, because that man always gets on base.
yeah,
so,
I mean he's been
he
getting on
gets his
base a
chances.
lot.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a stolen base competition.
I think it's a little different as well because he hits towards the top of the order, you hit towards the middle or bottom of the order. Hella's going for
Right.
third. The throw
my
is a
gosh.
perfect throw. Oh, it came
He
off his
missed.
glove.
He missed.
Oh boy, over there it goes off of the glove of Baron Williams, who's at third base now. So Simeon gets credit with the stolen. See, those are the ones where you could catch up, you know?
Right.
If you're on first base and the throw doesn't come, you still get credit with the stolen base.
But I swear, I'll get the best jump, man. I'll get the best jump, and it's foul ball.
Yep. I think you probably lead the team in stolen base attempts on foul balls.
Oh my gosh. Because then I'm tired, and I'm looking at coach, and I'm like, please don't give it to me again. Like my shoes untied. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, maybe sometimes you got to untie your shoe just to give yourself a little bit more time.
Right.
Like.
But I will say, I think I do have a Pioneers record.
Oh, for sure.
Stolen base in Crocs. Just wanna,
oh, yes.
Just want to point that out.
Yes.
Just
in
wanna
the
point that
military
out.
War Dogs game.
Coach Jay was using my cleats. I was left with my Crocs. I was on second
Hey,
base.
but you put the Crocs in sports mode, did you not?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, just to
I
make sure.
I had him in defense mode, but I had to flip him over my Achilles.
Talking
Yeah.
with Jake Maroney. Farrell swings at that one. The back pick on Hella, but he's got
Safe.
long arms. He's 6'4". That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard to pick him off over there.
Yeah.
As Farrell goes down on strikes. And, well, what's it been like for you as the man that we're going to talk about next is Jin Kobayakawa, who comes to the plate. He's kind of been the backup catcher as you've gotten most of the starts this year. But what's it like for you watching Jin, a kid who's coming from Yokosuka, Japan, and now he's like kind of just learning the game of baseball over in the States, and also
Right.
he's been learning English as well.
Right.
What's that like for you in terms of your relationship with Jin?
Man, I love that guy. And I'm sure a bunch of guys on the team could say the same thing about Jen. He's one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet, one of the most thoughtful kids you'll ever meet, and he's pretty dang good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's
I don't
really
know if
good.
you watch his BPs, but I love watching his BP because he shoots
Right.
everything to right field
Right.
to start off, and then he'll work his way over. But, like, everything else that you see is, like, he's working everything towards right field like how you want to hit in the game.
Right.
So, is there anything that, obviously there's a bit of a language barrier, but his English has been getting better.
It has.
He's
100%.
talking too, which is
Yeah.
the other hard part, is to
Right.
be able to talk more than just listen.
Right.
As he has a 2-1 count at the plate with runners on second and third. Now, who else do you think you've been making good relationships with here on the team this year, other than you already had your relationship with Luke? So I can't really say that you made that friendship, right?
Right,
But
right.
who else on the team have you become friends with?
I'd say Cole Weiland for sure. I got to meet his parents the other, I think maybe the other weekend. It may have been less than a week ago.
Tapper to the right side.
Get that
Howard fields it.
Get that
Oh,
out.
Hella's coming home. We've got another pickle as Jake Maroney's in the box to throw over
Oh!
to third and getting tagged out. Simeon's going to beat him over
base
to
running,
third.
good base running,
as
good
it's
base
good
running.
base running by Michael Simeon, as you hear Jake Maroney say as well. Howard gets the out after he cuts down Hella, who is a little bit in between. Is there anything better you think he could have done? Because I think he thought the throw was going to go, but then it never did. So it's kind of a hard situation there. Is it
That's
not?
a tough situation because you're taught, like, if you're on third base, infield's back. If there's a chopper, you're booking at the home plate.
Right.
And that's definitely a tough read over there.
Oh,
for
you
Ronan,
would have had
but
this opportunity to run.
I would have.
Jin would be on second base,
I
but you know
would've,
what? We're going to let the newest kid, Dylan Novotny, I don't know if you've talked to him yet. We faced
Yeah.
him the other day. He's out at second base. He's going to take Jake Maroney's spots in the box
Yeah.
right now and run at second base.
Good take. But I mean, as I was saying about Cole,
He's coming to the plate right now, in fact.
Oh yeah. I've gotten the opportunity to get pretty close with that guy, and like I feel like we are the same exact person. Like we got the same sense of humor. He's a great guy. I love spending time with him.
You
And
might have
Luke.
looked out right there. I'm not going to lie.
It's kind of a good throw. He's a great dude, man. I'm really happy I got to meet guys like Cole, EJ, a couple other guys this summer.
Well, EJ was with you at San Jose State. You probably didn't see him as often, right? Because you were with the team all the time. EJ was a redshirt freshman.
Right.
Right? So I don't know whether that's different between you, Jaden, and EJ. I've always talked to you
Yeah.
about you guys as being the Spartans
Right.
at the school, but you might not have seen them all the time. But outside of that, what is another thing that you do to get away from the game outside of, because obviously your family's down in Frisco.
Right.
So, you can't just go home and chop it up with your brothers or chop it up with your family, right? So,
Right.
what's something else that you do as your good friend Cole Weiland earns a walk here off of Jackson Howard, and the bases will be loaded for Carson Bevel?
Yeah. Man, we'll golf a little bit.
How's your golf swing?
Oh, it's awful. I'm not that good, but it's fun.
Yep.
It's a good step away from like the game. It's like a nice little reset, But
Does it mess with your baseball swing at all?
I mean, maybe just a little,
A
but
tad.
I wouldn't
Where's
say.
Cole going? Oh my goodness, Cole almost took off. I think he forgot that there was a runner on second base.
That boy Cole.
he almost got himself caught into a pickle.
Man.
Oh my goodness! If you didn't see that, go back and you'll see Cole Weiland start taking off for second base out there at first base, and then he realized, I think, that there was a runner on second. You'll probably have to talk to him about that in the dugout. When
He
you
was
get
probably
back
about
down
ready to
there.
go get him a bag. I mean,
Right.
that dude always steals when he gets on.
Yeah, and he is pretty fast for a freshman at that.
Right.
And do you wish you could get in this game at all?
Oh yeah. I mean,
If you had a metal bat, do you wish you could get in this game?
yeah, for sure, for sure. If I had a little metal bat, but I don't know, I kind of want to play some third base today, but
Yeah, well, you're 1 for 2 right now, so let's up it to above 500
Yeah.
if you get that.
I got a
chance,
little
all right?
rattled. I got a little rattled. I got a ball in the 6th hole and I threw that thing away. But it's fun over there, though.
Yeah,
It's definitely.
it's a little. It keeps you agile behind the plate too.
Right.
I hear that catchers like to field as well as pitchers like to take ground balls because it keeps them agile behind the
Right.
plate in whatever position they're at.
Right. I mean, it works on your feet and all that, like your feet and your hands. Because I know at school they'll make us do that sometimes. Like pregame, we're hitting BP. They'll put us out there like third base or second base, and they'll just smoke some fungos at us,
Right.
which kind of sucks sometimes. But
3-1 pitch is in the dirt. We've got a tie ball game, Jake, as we get an RBI walk out of Carson Bevel here.
man, we're scoring.
And
Maybe it's me.
yeah.
Maybe it's me,
I
Jeff.
don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But even then, Pios tie up the ball game, and I believe that is Aiden Vargas. This is interesting. I feel like you guys wish you could do that, right? The players, like Aiden Vargas was just at third base to start
Right.
the ball game. Now he's going out as like a pitching mound visit. Like,
Yeah,
do you ever
right.
wish that you could do that when you're in the dugout or something
yeah,
like on
it's
an off
definitely-
day?
Like on an off day, you're sitting at the bullpen and you're just kind of taking it pitch by pitch, cutting up with the guys. And seeing that would be hilarious if I was sitting in the dugout and I saw Kieran run out there, a little mound visit.
Now, but you
settle
see,
down
the difference with it being Kieran is, I think it would be so serious because Kieran is one of those guys you could see coaching, right? Or like
Oh, yeah,
Bryce
he
is one of
looks
those
like a
guys you
coach.
could see coaching, right? Like
Right.
Bryce has on that hoodie. He looks like Gabus right now. Like he's got the same outfit as Coach
Yeah,
Chris Gabus.
100%.
You would think that Bryce is like Coach Chris Gabus right now. But if you had Luke Nowak coming up to you while you're on the
Oh
mound,
my! I'd be like, get away from me. I don't need you yelling at me right now.
Absolutely. Andrew Landis at the plate. He had a scary moment where he got hit in the hand. Have you ever had
Yeah.
something like that, whether it be behind the plate or at the plate, where a dangerous play happens like that, and it takes you out of the game for a week or so? Not to wish it upon you, but
right. Yeah, right.
as he lines one
come on.
off the glove of Howard,
No way.
and he's going to
You
be able to
serious?
make a high throw
He's
to
been
first.
robbed twice.
Yeah, he's been
He's
robbed,
been robbed
twice.
twice.
Once at second base, and now he gets robbed on a comebacker. Jake, you're welcome to stay, but I don't know if you want to go back to the boys down in the
I'll stay
dugout.
for another
All
little
right,
half
so we'll have
inning.
Jake for another half inning here on KNEB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page. Back here, Jake Maroney in the booth with us. Jake, I'll let you say the name of the kid coming up. Is the bottom one right there in the West Coast Zephyrs.
Jarrell Mendez.
Jarrell Mendez is going to lead things off for us here.
Yeah.
As he is going to bat for Cody Gales. And Jackson Yeager's still out there on the mound for the Pios, fouling the first pitch off. You know, you're welcome to do play-by-play if you want.
Oh,
I'll let you do some play-by-play if you want.
Okay, I'll try it.
All right.
I'll try it. This could be hard, though.
It's a little bit hard. I would let you say more when the ball goes in play. That's where I think that you could be key because you could tell us where it's going and stuff like that.
Right.
So we get a foul ball down the first baseline. A lot of subs coming into the game, I would assume. On deck as well is Caleb Swisher. He's going to bat next for Caden Ferguson. You know, it's those exhibition games where you get all these name changes, Jake, and it's impossible for me to keep this book up to date.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I always wondered, man, because when I play MLB The Show, I'll be listening to their play-by-play.
Book Shambi and all that.
Yeah, and I'm like, golly.
Yep. And think about that. He has to record every single thing that's said over the course of time. As what do we have here?
The pitch. We got strike 3. We got another K for Jackson Yeager.
Indeed,
as the boys whip it around the
That
infield.
is strikeout number 3 on the day for Yeager. It's his first looking, though. As Swisher will come to the plate. Not a bad play-by-play call there for you.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
It's just, you just got to keep your eye on the game, and everything will fall in place for you.
Right.
First pitch to Swisher, who's from Gehring, as he goes to Gehring. He's at Gehring PVC. I've always wondered what the PVC stands for.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either. As indeed it is a good pitch on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Jake Maroney in the booth. He shouted out moms at home and the rest of his family down in Frisco, Texas. Is that where you've been your whole life?
I mean, for as long as I can remember. I was born in the Colony, Texas. I lived there for a few years, but I kind of just gained consciousness by the age of 5 when I was in Frisco. So I mean, as long as I can remember, I've been in Frisco, Texas. So
2 strikes on Swish. Does that make it hard going from San Jose State, in it's the northern part of California, I guess, or, middle part of California. Oh, what do we got?
We got strike 3. We had 2 Ks.
2 Ks, back-to-back Ks for Yeager. This one is swinging variety, as that is his 4th strikeout on the day. So what is that like for you? Because obviously you're in 2 different parts of the country. Texas is a nice big state, but also California is a nice big state.
Right.
But they're both far from each other. So what's that like for you in terms of being away from family?
I mean, it stinks, having to be away from the people that you grew up with, your whole life, moving away from all I've ever known, is it's kind of tough. But I mean, I'm gonna shout out my roommates Neil and TJ.
Yeah.
Over at school, they they have my back. They definitely make it easier for me.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's hard. But you get accustomed to it. Everything falls into place.
Yeah, I think obviously having been through college, the years that as they go on, it becomes a little bit easier.
Right.
I think that freshman year will always be the hardest year.
Oh, for sure.
Because you have to build those friendships, and you obviously you're on a team though, so it's a little bit easier. But even then, those juniors and seniors might be leaving, right? And so it changes everything. Another pinch hitter here is Oscar Felix of the West Coast Zephyrs.
Ooh.
Just reaches for one. Yeah, we do have a 1-2 count on Felix. You think he's going to strike out the side? We've had a couple of them this year. I mean, the high on the season is Brody Fanistock, who had 8 Ks for us in the start. And I think the team misses his pitching as well. What do we got, Jake?
We got a ground ball to short. Rona Hella Fields throws to first. We got 3 outs.
We do got 3 outs. It's a 1-2-3 inning. So Jake Maroney finishes up his day in the press box with a play-by-play call. We thank you for coming up to the booth, Jake.
Thank you
as always,
me.
Of course, bro.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope that you enjoy the rest of the season as well. Of course, you'll be with your boy Luke Nowak and Cole Weiland. But let's get some wins as we have Dodge City coming up at home. I know you're waiting for that series.
Yeah, we've been waiting for a while.
Absolutely. We'll come back for the bottom of the 4th after this quick break. back here for the bottom of the fourth and start the solo show. As Maroney, who was here for the past inning and a half, that's Jake Maroney, the typical Pioneers catcher, was in the booth with us. And, of course, we have a new pitcher on the mound as well. As I do not see the number on the back. I believe he's from the West Coast Zephyrs. Oh, that's 22. That is the younger brother of Paul Panduro. Moy Panduro is on the mound pitching for the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars. First pitch to Cooper Burgess, strike one. Foul ball back. There's Moises Panduro. Gets a breaking ball that's fouled over into the dugout on the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars side of things. A 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Yeager in the fourth. An impressive inning at that after the Pioneers tried to put up some runs against Jackson Howard. And Panduro deals. Of course, that's a name we haven't said in a while, as Paul Panduro is unfortunately hurt, and he had to leave the Pioneers, pardon me. Pitches up and away. Burgess earns a walk. And that'll bring Aiden Young to the plate. So the younger brother of Paul Panduro's on the mound. As he takes over for Jackson Howard. There's a lot of changes and everything going on. He wears 22. His brother wore 21 for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Both are right-handers, and Panduro deals a breaking ball that's up high. Of course, they are from Scotts Bluff. Pitch from Panduro's outside. It is a little bit weird saying the name Panduro when he's pitching against us here today, as, of course, Paul Panduro's not with the Western Nebraska Pioneers after he got hurt a little bit. The fourth pitcher to leave the Pioneers since the start of the season. 2 due to injury, 1 being shut down, and 1, we're not quite sure what went on. As another throw over on Burgess, who I don't really think is going anywhere, but Panduro working on his pickoff and keeping him close. As he deals to Aiden Young, who lines this one just past the second base umpire, Phil Gomes, into center field. That's a base hit off of Panduro. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the fourth. The Pioneers trail things 3-2. It is slightly different because the high schoolers that are the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars, well, these kids have metal bats, so it's a little bit different in terms of squaring a ball up and making solid contact. as Ronan Hella. Excuse me, it's 3-3. I did not credit the Pioneers for their run in the bottom of the third. It's 3-3. I have it down in my scorebook, just not in my innings count at the top. That one gets behind Gaudreau. The throw to third is not in time, so it's a wild pitch that allows the runners to move up. Panduro's in trouble with runners in scoring position here, but I'm sure he knows how to get out of this situation. His brother was not too bad at getting that out of them himself, as the right side of the infield is in, and now the left side of the infield moves in. I believe it's Bo Gable who's at third. Starting for home was Burgess on the grounder to first base. As fielding that one over at first base was Michael Villagrana. As he makes the play at first base, 3 unassisted. He's in the game for Kellen Dunn. Simeon at the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the day on an awkward play in which the second baseman Murillo threw to the starting pitcher Reisig. Swing and a miss through that one. Simeon's behind in the count. It's 0-2 on the typical pitcher for the Pioneers. As Panduro looks for out number 2, deals outside, however. It's 1-2, and the pitch hits Simeon on the backside, and he is on with his second technically hit by pitch today after he walked and scored a run last time. Brooks Farrell will come to the plate with 1 out. As the Floresville, Texas native singled to right in his first at-bat, struck out his last time. First pitch from Panduro's outside, 1-0. And 2-0 as that pitch is up and out of the zone. That pitch is fouled back. 3 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors for the Pioneers. 3 runs on 4 hits. They've played clean baseball. Have the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars with no errors. Wind up for Panduro, and the pitch is a breaking ball that's outside. Struggling for his command of his breaking ball today right now. As he gets a swing and a miss from Farrell. And 2-2 is fouled off, out of play. It's actually 3-2 with 1 out. So the runners will stay put. Payoff pitch is just outside. It's ball 4. Coming home to score is Burgess. And moving to third is Aiden Young, as going to second is Michael Simeon. 4-3, Pios take the lead here in the fourth. Jin Kobayakawa comes to the plate. And fouls this one off out of play. The 0-1 is tapped over towards short. The flip to second is just in time, but Kobayakawa beats the backside as Farrell had a good slide into second base. So another fielder's choice that Jin reaches on. And the Pioneers get another run, although Farrell is out as the second out at second base. But they have a 5-3 lead now. Farrell's out 6-4.
Next up, Ohio center fielder number 20, Cole Wyland.
First pitch to Wyland is in there for a strike. One on Cole. And the pitch with the runner going for second, that's Kobayakawa, is in there. Oh, Simeon might have just hurt himself. That's the last thing you need. An awkward reach back for the bag at third base on a back pick. And Michael Simeon is down. Oh, no. Scott, Louisiana native, had an awkward reach for the base with his right leg. And he is in some pain out there by third base. Simeon is not putting any pressure on that right leg, as he's now to his feet. He's being helped off. And well, the game is fun until it's no fun and somebody gets hurt. And right now, Michael Simeon has been hurt after reaching for the base with his right leg on a back pick attempt. And the throw had gotten by. Mooser will take over. We will try to get an update on Michael Simeon as Ethan Mooser runs at third base. It is a 2-1 count on Cole Wyland. Breaking ball, a slow hanging breaking ball is in there for a strike. Two below the knees and inside. It's 3-2. Second and third, 5-3 Pioneers. They have two runs in the inning on just one hit. That came on the second batter in the inning. This one skied out to left center field, going over, and oh my goodness, they almost collided out there. Communication so key in the outfield. Making the play is the left fielder. That ends the inning. Unfortunately, Simeon gets hurt as 7 men come to the plate. The Pioneers get 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. They lead it 5-3 at the end of 4.
Hey, what's up, Pirates fans? Let's hear somebody make some noise for who gets that. Come on, we're gonna make that. Come on! Let's see it. Come on, let's see you going. Let's see you going. All right, hold on a little bit. Up here? All right. Congratulations. Back to you, Bill. And don't forget, we're hosting a Bruin 50-50 raffle from the tickets as they come around to sell them for your tickets to win. Lucky winner will be announced during the 7:50 with half of the proceeds to benefit the 4 All-Star teams. Good luck.
On the mound is Francisco Laya, and oh my goodness, he just threw a pitch to the backstop on one of his warm-up pitches. As he'll take over for Jackson Yeager, who goes 4 strong innings, gave up 3 runs, although one of them was unearned. He gave up 4 hits, and his walk total was none, an impressive walk total, along with his 4 strikeouts. As La Bestia comes on to replace Jackson Yeager here in the 5th inning, Francisco Laya out of La Guaira, Venezuela, is on the mound. And he gets set to deal to Isaiah Murillo, who's one of the lone people to stay in this game so far for the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars. Murillo bounces it back to Laya, who tosses it over. It's quite high of a toss to Aiden Young at first base, but Young steps on the bag as Mooser is in left field, taking over for Michael Simeon, and Bo Gable will get another at-bat here in the top of the 5th. That pitch is out of the zone. It's 1-1. This one is behind Laya. Gable fouls this pitch. It's 2-2. And just staying alive at the plate is Bo Gable as it remains 2-2. Strikeout for Laya. She gets the second out here in the 5th. This pitch is fouled off first base side rather. John Meza, the only kid from Sydney, is in the ball game now as he hits in the 2 spot for Tanner Gartner. Laya throws that one down and away. It's 2-2 on Meza. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Cut on and missed. Laya with a fist bump out there on the mound as he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Pioneers as a staff. As Laya gets 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through. Pios lead at 5-3.
We'd like to thank Horses Meat Market, our official meat provider for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Thank you for their continued support. New pitcher on the mound for the All-Stars from Western Zippers, number 4, Oscar Felix. Leading off bottom of the 5th inning for your Pios is number 9, Carson Bevel.
Carson Bevel lead things off. He takes ball 1. And that one also misses. As it's now 3-0 on Bevel. Oscar Felix is on the mound. And that one is a 4-pitch walk to Carson Bevel. As Andrew Landis will come to the plate. Felix lets up a single to left center field as that ball's going to get down. Bevel's going to go first to third. It's cut off by Gable, who makes no throw. Sneaking in the backside is Andrew Landis as he gets a single, advances on the throw. And the Pios have runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Next up, your third baseman, today's half-price hero, number 37, Cooper Burgess.
Burgess comes to the plate. Takes outside from Oscar Felix. Swing and a miss, and a big cut at that from Berg. And another swing and a miss. It's 1-2. This pitch is roped down the right field line, and it goes foul. So the count will remain at 2-2 on Cooper Burgess, with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Oscar Felix on the mound. Deals a pitch that's fouled off of the mask of Cody Hoffrock. It is retrieved by Swisher, I believe that is. Up high to Berg. Three-two, got him on a breaking ball. A good pitch by Oscar Felix. Sets down Cooper Burgess as the first out. Aiden Young comes to the plate.
Next batter, first baseman number 40, Aiden Young.
That one's called a strike. The 0-1's grounded down the third base line. Oh, it just went foul. The 0-2's outside. Nubbed towards the mound. Felix Fields throws to first, and a run scores as it's an RBI ground out for Aiden Young. That is his second RBI ground out of the day as Bevel touches home, and the Pioneers lead it 6-3. Obviously, these boys will be playing 2 extra innings than what they're used to. You play 7 in high school, so to play 9 might be a little bit extra. But when you come and play the big boys, you got to play to their rules, which is 9. Pitch to Hellas, roped into left field. That's a base hit for Ronan. It's an RBI single as well as he's on with his first hit of the day. That's a single to left field. And Ronan Hella extends the lead to 7-3. Landis scores. And Hella's on.
Next up for your Pios from the University of Northern Colorado, number 35,
Mooser gets his first at bat. Check on Hella, who's back with a late dive. Swing and a miss from Mooser. It's 0-1. Arella started and stopped. That one's in there for a strike. As the 0-2 to Mooser is well up and in. Throw over. Hella's back after he started towards second. Might be going on this pitch. He is going, and the swing is popped up, skied in the infield. Gable is on the left side of second base, and he makes the play. And that ends the inning. So Mooser pops out to end the fifth. The Pios do get another 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. And they leave a runner on. At the end of 5, the Pios lead it 7-3.
Okay, I'm in the GA section on the third base side with Mr. Nash, who's going to answer the run dance trivia of the night. The question is, what is the current Runza slogan? He's thinking, he's pondering right here. And he is correct. He wins a free Runza cup. Give it up for Zach, and thank you, Runza Restaurant. Back to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Brandy, and thanks to our friends at Lunza Restaurant for their continued support of the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Right, fans, as we head into the 6th inning, we want to remind you about today's 50-50 raffle. If you can grab your tickets for a chance to win big, the lucky winner will be announced during the 7th inning. Good luck. And don't forget, half of those proceeds will go to benefit these 4 all-star teams.
Laya back out there to start the 6th. As the Pios are looking for another win on this homestand, which will put them at 5-0 on the homestand.
Moving on top of the 6th inning for the All-Stars, designated hitter number 23, Jackson Howard.
Jackson Howard, the DH, who pitched at one point, is going to bat here. Laya deals the first pitch strike. Late swing and a miss by Jackson Howard. He's behind 0-2. Howard fouls this one back.
Now ball brought to you by Extrudents.
Missing the zone there. And that one is in there, strike 3. So Laya has back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. That one's in there for a strike, as it is not Aiden Vargas. It's Carter Reisig, who started the ball game on the mound, who's hitting here. Laya throwing 86 out there. Deals a pitch that's cut on and missed. That one misses as well. And Carter Reisig is on with a walk. Swing and a miss from Gaudreau. A lot of changes, guys hitting different spots in the order. It's hard to keep up. Honestly, just keeping the Pioneers side of things. Although when Gaudreau hit, he had an E5. He reached on an E5. That one's called strike 3 on Gaudreau. As Laya gets his 4th strikeout. One and 0. Pitch from Laya's in the dirt. Get you the new batter. It's Keelan Dunn. Pitch is outside. Going was Reisig. He gets himself a bag as he steals second. And he's out there at second for Dunn, who takes up high, and that's ball 4 from Laya. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, walk. So I guess we know what's coming to this batter, as the batter is a new batter. There's a new hitter here. I was going to say it's John Meza, but it's not. 17, that's Caden Ferguson. 1-1 on Ferguson. Runners go. The throw to third goes into shallow left field. Reisig will score. This pitch is fouled back into the screen on a 1-2, as we now have a 7-4 ball game. Staying alive is Ferguson. That's up high at 86 from Laya. He's had a long inning so far. Breaking ball is in there. Strike 3. Down on strikes is Ferguson. Laya has 5 out of his 6 strikeouts. Better than Onaka can do. What's up, Jaden? As the Pioneers give up 1 run in the inning. And they'll head to the bottom of the 6th, having a 7-4 lead.
Your Pios 7. Hi, fans, it's time for your ideal linen and uniform beach ball match for the Center Graphic League.
Okay, we have 4 beach balls, a full in the first section. We're going to be throwing the beach balls into your sections. We're going to be passing it around in your sections until the end of the song. Once the end of the song stops, our lovely PAs, Bill, will be taking number between 1 and 4, and whatever number we pick, wins a free bag of popcorn. Are you guys ready? Y'all sound so ready. It's so quiet in here. Okay, ready? And go. Keep going. Don't let it fall to the ground. Keep it going. Keep it going. Bill, can you knock out number 3? 4. Come on. What's your number?
Number is 3.
Number 3 was, Number 1. We have 3 sections. Never mind, number 3 went out. It went between the stands and the... That's 2. Your number is on the beach ball. Oh, never mind. That is true. Never mind. I'm sorry. Congratulations.
Well, the in-game game, the in-between inning game didn't go as planned, as one of the beach balls that gets knocked around fell between my window and the stands, meaning one of the beach balls that had a number on it was essentially eliminated from the game. But our random number generator didn't know that. And it ended up being the number that was picked. Anyways, Brooks Farrell is at the plate to start things off in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is a breaking, well, the next pitch is a breaking ball hit towards second base. Aiden Vargas is there. Fields throws to Gaudreau at first base. And out is Brooks Farrell as the first out. Jin Kobayakawa will come to the plate. And he grounds one towards short. That's where Reisig is. He fields, throws to first. It's so different between college and high school at how Carter Reisig might start the game. But he looks like he's a good shortstop out there as Bo Gables moved over to third base to let today's starter be the shortstop for right now. Laya will come to the plate. He'll get an at-bat. They let him pitch, so I'm sure he talked them into letting him hit. As he leads the team with a .365 average on the season. Pitch fouled back. Outside corner, we'll call it. As it's called a strike. That one was in the dirt. 2-2. Two, low, 3-2. Three-two, fouled off. Pitch is popped up by Laya. Bo Gable calls everybody off on the left side of the infield. Makes the play and ends the inning. So at the end of 6, the Pios have a 7-4 lead.
All three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, water's going everywhere from Kieran. Oh, Kieran's tapping out. So it looks like EJ is our winner. Give it up for EJ. Back to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Randy. And this for Bluestone Bank for this is James Award. Right, fans, our 50-50 raffle has ended. It has ended. It will be announcing the winner at the end of the 7th inning.
It is a first appearance on the season for Coy Carpenter, who's on the mound for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. The left-hander from Seguin, Texas, will take the mound. One of the more energetic guys on this team, that's for sure. Laya goes 2 innings, no hits, 1 run. It was an unearned run on the error. He walked 2, struck out 5. So the Pioneers have struck out 9 today. As the first pitch from Coy is ball 1. Swing and a miss from Cody Gales. One and 2 on Gales. The lefty deals up and away. It's 2 and 2. He's going to talk to Jin Kobayakawa. As he wants to discuss pitch calls or something of that sort. Two is high, and it's 3 and 2. Three-two is fouled off at the plate. Reaching inside and fouling that one off and into the stands. Oh my. Look out if you're in the stands over there on the first base side as Gales gets a piece of that one. Inside, it's ball 4. He earns a walk here in the 7th. First pitch to the new batter is inside as Aiden Vargas is at the plate. Carpenter throws over. Two and 0 on Vargas. Inside, almost got a piece of him. Weird clouds here. It kind of looks smoky / foggy here at Oregon Trail Park as the sun sets and gets set to set completely in about 6 minutes or so. Pitch is up high, and working a walk is Vargas. That'll bring up Bo Gables, as Vargas was hitting for Murillo. As Gables is the batter here, as he bats for the 4th time. He's been on twice. Carpenter misses the zone once again. It's 2 and 0. And he fists almost. That doesn't drop down in the bottom of the zone and is up high. There's a strike from Coy Carpenter. 7-4 here in the top of the 7th. in the dirt. It's ball 4 to Gable, and Sharkey's out to the mound. And I believe he's bringing a glove or something with him. Aiden Young is going to come pitch here. Where's Carpenter going? Is he going to go to first base? We're going to come back on a commercial break. You're on KNEB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page. Aiden Young takes over here in the top of the 7th. Gartner is the batter. And there's a strike from Aiden Young. Coy Carpenter is indeed at first base. That one is outside. It's 1-1. 1-1 from Young is fouled down the right field line. Coy Carpenter indicates it's a foul ball over there. One, two. Oh my goodness. A fan and a miss from Tanner Gartner. That would be a sword, as a certain baseball player calls it. As Young is on in relief of Coy Carpenter. Bounced foul, right side. That's the first base side. Chopper over the middle. Going to second. Glove flip from Landis. Throw to first. And a great stretch by Coy Carpenter. Oh, my goodness. Did they call him out? Oh, my gosh. He just called him out, and Jackson Howard is coming to let him know about it. Well, it's a 4-6-3 double play. He was clearly safe from here. But, hey, that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 runners left on base. And Aiden Young gets out of it. We go to the top middle half of the 7th. This is the 7th inning stretch. And the Pioneers lead at 7-4.
fans, our sales for the 50-50 raffle have now concluded. We'll have the winner coming up shortly. Pitch on the mound for the All-Stars 2017, Ferguson. Also, fan card beer sales will conclude at the end of the evening. Again, our beer sales will conclude at the end of the evening.
Carson Bevel will lead things off.
Leading up top of the seventh inning for the Pios, designated hitter number 9, Carson Bevel.
Caden Ferguson is on the mound, and he deals ball 1. Up high. Two-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Two and two on Bevel. Two is in the dirt. It's 3-2. The payoff from Ferguson is in there for strike 3. Oh no, it's called ball 4 on Bevel. He'll take those, and he'll be on with a walk here in the 7th.
Next out for the Pios, second baseman, number 27, Andrew Landry.
That one goes all the way to the backstop on the fly. Oh my, that's a wild pitch, if I've ever seen one. And that one's in the dirt. That one gets off the glove of Meza. That'll be a passed ball instead of a wild pitch. This one's popped up in shallow shortstop. Going out is Reisig. Oh my goodness, what a great play by Carter Reisig out there as Andrew Landis goes to 1 for 4 on the day, but he's reached twice and has scored 2 runs. So effectively, if Landis reached, he would have scored. Cooper Burgess comes to the plate as he'll deal against Ferguson, or hit against Ferguson. That one's in there for a strike. It's off the glove of Meza. Burgess fouls this one off out of play, third base side. Count moves to 1-2 on Burgess. That one's over the head of Burgess. It's 2-2. This one's popped up out of play, third base side. Three and two. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Burgess for the second consecutive time. 2 outs for Ferguson. As Coy Carpenter will hit for himself in Aiden Young's spot. Carpenter grounds one to second. And that'll end things here in the 7th. We head to the 8th with the Pioneers on top, 7-4.
What's the number?
2749820.
Oh, and the winner, we've raised in total $487. That means the winner is going to get $243. So who had that ticket? Can you read that number? Oh, we're over here. Oh, wait. Also a reminder, half of the proceeds will go to the American Legion team that we are going against currently. Hey, we have a winner. What's your name?
My name is D.
Congratulations. And you win $243. Back up to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Haley. And congratulations to our winner.
So Jake Maroney takes over at third base. Burgess, 1 for 3 with 2 walks and a run scored on the day. So as the half-price hero, he reached base 3 times, not too bad. Maroney takes over at third. Aiden Young deals his first pitch of the inning. It's low, 1-0. Pitch is hit in the air to left. Mooser's there, and he makes the play on Isaiah Murillo. Start things off here in the 8th.
Next batter, number 13, Darrell Hernandez.
Grounder towards third. It gets over the glove of Jake Maroney. When you're new into the game, the ball always finds you, as he wasn't able to make that play. Runner on first with 1 out.
Next batter, number 4, Oscar Felix.
Pitch is outside, 1-0. Grounded towards second, double play ball. Landis flips to second for 1, on to first. And it goes off the glove of Carpenter, and Oscar Felix is safe at first base. So he reaches on the fielder's choice. Carpenter, well, it's not typical that you have a 5'6" first baseman over there. So a high throw from Ronan Hella. That might be caught by a 6'2" Jackson Yeager. It is not caught by a 5'6" Coy Carpenter. Swing and a miss. As it is 1-1. And Aiden Young deals, cut on and fouled back. Way up high with that pitch is Aiden Young. That one was almost north of the border. And a breaking ball in there, strike 3. Down on strikes, Aiden Young completes his first full inning. As that'll end the top half of the 8th inning. Pioneers on top 7-4.
In the top of the 8th, the score is the All-Stars 4 and your Pios 7. Our fans, it's time to join Pioneer Nation, our staff, our players, and still at practice, and sing along to Sweet Caroline.
All right, everybody, thank you for coming out. Happy Oregon Trail Days as well. It was in the spring, then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Let's go! Sweet Caroline, cause love never seemed so good. So good, so good, so good. I didn't mind to believe they never would.
And guys, I know you both have games up, so do not give those up.
Jarrell Mendez is on the mound for the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars as he'll deal to Aiden Young. Take a look at the schedule. The Pioneers will be back at home on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday being an 11 o'clock game as they'll take on the Dodge City A's here at Oregon Trail Park. As Aiden Young has a 1-0 count at the plate. As you saw, the Pioneers will be on the road this weekend. They'll take on the Cage Rat Collegiates. That'll be a doubleheader on Sunday, and the Greeley Grays on Monday. 1-1 on Aiden Young. The pitch from Mendez is up high. It's 2-1. Is on the inside part of the plane and just a little bit off. It's 3-1. Three-one pitch to Aiden Young from Mendez. Spiked up there. It's a walk for AY. And he's on. Ronan Hella at the plate. Swings, bounce ones to the left side, fielded on 2 hops. The play at second for 1, on to first, and the throw gets by. So Hella reaches on a fielder's choice. Throw went under the glove, and Mooser will come to the plate. So Mooser, who popped out in the infield, faces Mendez, and it's ball 1. Hella's off of first. Mendez deals to Mooser. It's 2-0. And 2-0 is the count on Mooser. Runner goes in Hella. The throw down from Goodrow. Not in time. Hella's in there with a feet first slide. That one misses, and Mooser earns the walk. Alejandro Castillo. He gets an opportunity to hit here in the bottom of the 8th with the Pioneers on top 7-4. Swing, and he fouls that one back. as he's hitting here after the Mooser walk. That one's well inside. Hey, look, we already had one pitcher get hurt today, and that was Michael Simeon. We definitely do not need another one getting hurt here. Strike called on Castillo. And Castillo is in trouble here. 2 count and 1 out. And the pitch is outside, goes off the glove. It'll be a passed ball as that one goes to the backstop. And the count is 2-2 on Castillo. Castillo pops this one out of play, and it goes to 2-2. Castillo skies one in the air to right. Right fielder makes the play and the throw to the plate as Hella returns. Brooks Farrell bats as he takes up and away. It's 1-0. Fouled back, and staying alive at the plate is Brooks Farrell. That one's in the dirt. That one makes it a 2-2 count, I believe, on Brooks Farrell. Three and one on Farrell is indeed the count here. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Mendez is low, ball 4. Farrell is on after Castillo flew out to right. That pitch was well low, even though people are booing. Kobayakawa takes up and away. Kobayakawa fouls it off, out of play to the Armory. It's 1-1. Oh, 2 pops off the glove, goes behind. It'll be a wild pass ball, in fact, as another run comes home to score. The second pass ball on Goodrow in the inning. Well, these guys usually play 7 innings, so maybe it's a bit of fatigue, lack of focus here in the 8th inning that is causing them to get out of things here as they fall behind 8-4. Kobayakawa has a 2-1 count. It's outside, 3-1. Kobayakawa winds one towards second. A high hop off the body of Murillo, who fields, throws to first, and ends the inning. So the Payos get 1 run in the inning without needing a hit. No errors and 2 runners left on base. And at the end of 8, the Payos lead it 8-4. So we have a lot of changes here and some fun changes. Behind the plate is Francisco Olaya. As he catches in the 9th inning, he's going to catch E.J. Barnes. Luke Nowak is at second base. He takes over for Andrew Landis. Alejandro Castillo is playing shortstop. As the typical shortstop, E.J. Barnes is on top of the mound, getting in appearance to pitch. He throws decently hard out there, does E.J. Barnes. I'm not saying he's throwing Mason Miller speed, but he's throwing. as this one's popped up behind the plate. Laya's going to take off the mask. He's going for it, and wow, this kid is an athlete. La bestia es el mejor que todos. The beast is the best of them all. Laya makes the play in foul territory, gives a little pump up to the rest of his teammates that are in the dugout that probably didn't think he could make that play here in the ninth inning, as Barnes will deal the next pitch. Oh, my goodness. Well, after a pop out, we get a hit in the head on the curveball, and that'll be a hit by pitch here in the ninth. So 1 out and a runner on first. Cameron Meyer, who's been coaching this Western Nebraska Legion team, he's done a pretty good job. I mean, he's kept them at an 8-4 game. As Tanner Gartner bats, I believe that's Bo Gable now running. Gable goes for second. Laya has no throw as the ball gets away. Nowak fakes a tag out there at second base. You think these guys are having fun right now? This is the last real off day they get before the end of the season. Outside of tomorrow, of course. As tomorrow's an off day before a doubleheader on Sunday. They'll play Greeley, and then, as I mentioned in the pregame, they'll play 12 games in 11 days. So it's time for the guys to turn on serious mode. Laya has no idea where that ball went. I think we should get an isolation cam on Francisco Laya behind the plate, just so you can see his reaction on foul balls, because he has no idea where these things go. Even the one on the air, he had no idea. Hopefully we'll get a foul ball for you. There's a check swing. Going out is Coy Carpenter, and he makes the play out there behind first base. A great play by Coy Carpenter. There will be no Runs a Post-Game show tonight. We're going to send you back to your regularly scheduled programming, as it's been not a long day, but it's been a day full of non-serious stuff, although we did have a lot of fun with Jake Maroney in the booth. The Pioneers are on top 8-4. E.J. Barnes deals the pitch in the dirt. That gets away from Laya. Going to third is Gable. The pitch from Barnes, line to left field, on with a base knock is Howard. As it's an RBI single as he went up and got that pitch from E.J. Barnes. It's 8-5 ball game. Pio still 1 out away. Carter Rising. Risig, rather. I don't know why I'm thinking of Cameron Rising, the Utah quarterback. That's in there for a strike. Showing bunt is Risig. Laya wants him to run so that he can throw down to second and show off his pop time. Barnes throwing too quickly. Laya maybe didn't catch that one on purpose, but it pops out of the glove. It's 2-1. That one's down and away. Laya wants Jackson Howard to go so bad just so he can get an opportunity to throw down to second base. It's ball 4, so maybe we'll get a back pick from Francisco Laya, but the tying run is at the plate here. 8-5. Laya. He wants to throw the ball somewhere so bad, doesn't he? The pitch is outside from E.J. Barnes. Laya behind the plate. Runners start and stop. They've got runners in a rundown. Laya, throw the ball somewhere. Well, he's going to make the smart decision, run over the mound to add a base runner. He's going to get somebody in a rundown. We'll see if the run will score. Coy Carpenter's chasing him down. The throw down and the tag. Oh, my goodness, they called him safe. No way. They called him safe, and the game is still alive as the Western Nebraska Legion All-Stars have the base runner called safe at second base as they pull off essentially a double steal and get a run. Although the Pioneers easily should have had the runner out. Laya wants to argue. Of course, it was on our bingo card on Wednesday if Shane Sharkey would argue, but that didn't happen. Going for third as we restart the game. Ground ball to Alejandro Castillo. Whips one over there. It goes out and in and out of the glove of Coy Carpenter. A run scores. It's 8-7. And he's 6 on Castillo. Boy, these boys need to turn serious. That's an E6. Now a runner on first. Vargas the batter. Runner goes for second. Laya throws down. Nowak puts the tag on him. He's safe. Oh boy, this game has turned serious quick. A base hit ties the ball game. Can this game end in a tie? Vargas swings and fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Runner goes for third. Ball gets behind Laya. Oh boy. Runner on third with 2 outs. Give him credit with the stolen base. That pitch almost hit Vargas. 87 from E.J. Barnes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's your ball game. Iowas win it 8-7 here at Oregon Trail Park. We'll come back and wrap things up on KNEB Radio.
Be there in person. You can listen to them on KNEB 960 FM 100.3 or streaming on Ohio's YouTube channel. At this time, thanks for asking you. Please help out your day-to-day staff and interns by taking them in class near you and disposing them in the closest receptacle. And thank you for coming out this evening to support the Pioneers. Also to support the Nebraska Legion All-Stars. Please travel safely on the roads tonight. Good night.
All right, we're back here at Oregon Trail Park. We're going to make this Runs a Post-Game Show a quick one, as the boys down on the field are going to get a picture taken all together, as the Pioneers are 8-7 winners, as it was an exciting ball game in the end, but the Pioneers get the win 8-7. So, 3 runs in the 9th inning for the Legion All-Stars. Now the Pioneers had Francisco Laya behind the plate, a left-handed throwing Luke Nowak at second base. E.J. Barnes was on the mound. A pitcher was at shortstop. A catcher was at second base. Whatever you want to say it, a 5'6" first baseman, you know. So everything was different in the infield, but in the end, the Pioneers get a win 8-7. A little bit more confidence as they go 5-0 at home, and that's how they'll finish up their homestand for the rest of the season. They only have 5 home games left. They'll have 3 against Dodge City, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on next Sunday and next Monday, they'll have the Fort Collins Foxes after they travel to Fort Collins to play the same Foxes on that Friday and Saturday. So, the winner today technically is Francisco Laya, and the loser today technically is Jackson Howard, although who's really counting here? Although the game did finish at 9:15, and so we had a time of 2 hours and 40 minutes here at Oregon Trail Park. And so the Pioneers get another win. They go to 19-6 at home, and they are 2-9 on the road, giving them a 21-15 record on the season. And so for everybody at the Western Nebraska Pioneers, we thank you for coming out to the ballpark. We thank you for listening to the game on KNEB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page, as the Pioneers are 8-7 winners, and they had a lot of fun tonight. And we hope that you'll join us as the Pioneers play on Sunday, a doubleheader. Make sure to tune into the social media to confirm the times of those games, as honestly, I'm not even sure about the times of those games, but I know it'll be in Colorado Springs at a beautiful ballpark down there in Colorado Springs. Pioneers win this one 8-7. For myself, Jeffrey Nelson, and the rest of the Western Nebraska Pioneers, we hope that you have a great night and join us for the next one.